Chapter 12, Patterns in Life Diversity and Classification. Important keywords and their definitions for Class 9. Important keywords and definitions. 1. Biodiversity. Biodiversity means the variety of living organisms found on Earth, including plants, animals, fungi, bacteria, and other microorganisms. 2. Classification. Classification is the scientific method of grouping organisms on the basis of their similarities, differences, and evolutionary relationships. 3. Biological classification. Biological classification is the systematic grouping of living organisms based on their features, structure, nutrition, reproduction, and relationships. 4. Endemic species. Endemic species are species that are found naturally only in a particular region and nowhere else in the world. Example, Nilgiri tahr, lion-tailed macaque, Nilocaringi. 5. Biodiversity hotspot. A biodiversity hotspot is a region that has a large number of endemic species and has also suffered significant habitat loss. 6. Habitat. Habitat is the natural place where an organism lives. Example, forest, pond, desert, ocean. 7. Evolution. Evolution is the gradual change in living organisms over many generations, leading to the development of new forms of life. 8. Adaptation. Adaptation is a special feature or change that helps an organism survive better in its environment. Example, thick fur in polar bears, fins and gills in fish. 9. Autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which organisms prepare their own food. Example, green plants prepare food by photosynthesis. 10. Heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which organisms depend on other organisms for food. Example, animals and fungi. 11. Producer. A producer is an organism that prepares its own food and forms the base of a food chain. Example, green plants. 12. Consumer. A consumer is an organism that depends on other organisms for food. Example, deer, tiger, human beings. 13. Decomposer. A decomposer is an organism that breaks down dead plants and animals into simpler substances. Example, bacteria and fungi. 14. Prokaryote. A prokaryote is an organism whose cell does not have a true, membrane-bound nucleus. Example, bacteria. 15. Eukaryote. A eukaryote is an organism whose cell has a true, membrane-bound nucleus. Example, amoeba, plants, animals, and fungi. 16. Unicellular organism. A unicellular organism is an organism made up of only one cell. Example, amoeba, bacteria, paramecium. 17. Multicellular organism. A multicellular organism is an organism made up of many cells. Example, plants, animals, mushrooms. 18. Cell wall. A cell wall is a rigid outer covering present outside the cell membrane in some organisms. It gives support and protection to the cell. Example, plant cell wall is made of cellulose. 19. Chitin. Chitin is a tough substance that forms the cell wall of fungi. 20. Cellulose. Cellulose is a substance that forms the cell wall of plant cells. 21. Five Kingdom classification. Five Kingdom classification is a system of classifying living organisms into 5 major groups. The 5 kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. 22. Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes unicellular prokaryotic organisms. Example, bacteria and cyanobacteria. 23. Kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista includes unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena. 24. Kingdom Fungi. Kingdom Fungi includes mostly multicellular, heterotrophic eukaryotes with a cell wall made of chitin. Example, mushroom, yeast, bread mold. 25. Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes multicellular, autotrophic eukaryotes with a cell wall made of cellulose. Example, algae, moss, fern, pine, mango tree. 26 Kingdom Animalia includes multicellular, heterotrophic eukaryotes that usually show movement and quick response to stimuli. Example, fish, birds, insects, human beings. 27 Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are unicellular prokaryotic organisms that can perform photosynthesis. They are also called blue-green algae. 28 Saprophyte. A saprophyte is an organism that obtains nutrition from dead and decaying organic matter. Example, many fungi. 29 Parasite. A parasite is an organism that lives in or on another organism and obtains food from it. Example, tapeworm. 30 Symbiosis. Symbiosis is a close relationship between two different organisms in which both may benefit. Example, lichen is a symbiotic association between an alga and a fungus. 31 Mycelium. Mycelium is a network of fine thread-like structures found in fungi. 32 Spore. A spore is a reproductive structure produced by fungi and some plants. It helps in reproduction and dispersal. 33 Thallophyta. Thallophyta is a group of simple plants whose body is not differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. Example, Spirogyra. 34 Thallus. A thallus is a simple plant body that is not divided into root, stem and leaves. 35 Bryophyta. Bryophyta is a group of simple land plants that grow in moist places and need water for reproduction. Example, moss, marchantia. 36 Rhizoids. Rhizoids are root-like structures found in bryophytes. They help in attachment and absorption. 37 Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta is a group of plants that have true roots, stems and leaves, and vascular tissues, but do not produce seeds. Example, fern. 38 Vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is a transport tissue in plants that carries water, minerals, and food. It includes xylem, phloem. 39 Xylem. Xylem is a vascular tissue that transports water and minerals from roots to other parts of the plant. 40 Phloem. Phloem is a vascular tissue that transports food from leaves to other parts of the plant. 41 Gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are seed-producing plants in which seeds are not enclosed inside fruits. Example, pine, cycas. 42 Naked seeds. Naked seeds are seeds that are not enclosed inside fruits. They are found in gymnosperms. 43 Cone. A cone is a reproductive structure found in gymnosperms where seeds are often present. Example, pine cone. 44 Angiosperms. Angiosperms are flowering plants that produce seeds enclosed inside fruits. Example, mango, rose, pea, grass. 45 Pollination. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower. 46 Seed dispersal. Seed dispersal is the spreading of seeds away from the parent plant. Seeds may be dispersed by wind, water, animals, birds, insects. 47 Notochord. A notochord is a flexible rod-like structure that provides internal support to the body in chordates. 48 Nonchordata. Nonchordata are animals that do not have a notochord. They are also called invertebrates. 49 Invertebrates. Invertebrates are animals that do not have a backbone or notochord. Example, sponge, hydra, earthworm, insects. 50 Chordata. Chordata is a group of animals that have a notochord at least once during their life. 51 Protochordates. Protochordates are primitive chordates that have a notochord at least once during their life. Example, Amphioxus. 52 Vertebrates. Vertebrates are animals that have a backbone or vertebral column. Example, fish, frog, snake, bird, human being. 53 Vertebral column. The vertebral column, also called the backbone, is an internal skeletal structure that supports the body and protects the spinal cord. 54. Porifera. Porifera is a group of simple aquatic animals with many pores on their body. Example, sponge. 55. Cnidaria. Cnidaria is a group of aquatic animals with tissue-level organization and tentacles for capturing prey. Example, hydra, jellyfish, corals. 56. Tentacles. Tentacles are long, flexible structures used by some animals to capture food. Example, hydra uses tentacles to catch prey. 57. Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes are flatworms with bilateral symmetry. Example, tapeworm. 58. Bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means the body of an organism can be divided into two equal halves along one plane. 59. Nematoda. Nematoda is a group of roundworms with cylindrical bodies and two openings, mouth and anus. Example, roundworm. 60. Annelida. Annelida is a group of segmented worms with organ system level organization. Example, earthworm. 61. Segmentation. Segmentation means division of the body into repeated sections or segments. 62. Arthropoda. Arthropoda is a group of animals with jointed appendages and a hard external skeleton. Example, insects, crabs, spiders. 63. Exoskeleton. An exoskeleton is a hard external skeleton that protects the body and reduces water loss. Example, beetle's hard outer covering. 64. Mollusca. Mollusca is a group of soft-bodied animals, many of which have a protective shell. Example, snail, squid, octopus. 65. Echinodermata. Echinodermata is a group of marine animals with a hard internal skeleton made of calcium carbonate. Example, starfish, sea urchin. 66. Endoskeleton. An endoskeleton is an internal skeleton present inside the body. Example, skeleton of vertebrates and echinoderms. 67. Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is the scientific system of naming organisms using two words, genus and species. Example, Panthera tigris. 68. Genus. A genus is a group of closely related species that share common features. Example, Panthera includes tiger and lion. 69. Species. A species is a group of similar organisms that can interbreed and produce offspring. 70. Scientific name. A scientific name is a universal name given to an organism using the binomial system. Example, the scientific name of tiger is Panthera tigris. 71. Hierarchy of classification. The hierarchy of classification is the step-by-step arrangement of organisms from broad groups to specific groups. The order is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. 72. Fossil. A fossil is the preserved remain or trace of an ancient plant or animal found in rocks, sand, or mud. 73. Fossil evidence. Fossil evidence refers to information obtained from fossils that helps scientists understand how life changed over time. 74. Three-domain system. The three-domain system is a modern classification system based mainly on genetic differences. The three domains are bacteria, archaea, eukarya. 75. DNA. DNA is the genetic material present in living cells. It carries instructions for growth, development, and functioning. 76. Common ancestry. Common ancestry means that different organisms have evolved from a shared ancestor. 77. Conservation. Conservation means protecting and preserving natural resources, organisms, and habitats. 78. Habitat loss. Habitat loss means destruction or reduction of the natural home of an organism. 79. Climate change. Climate change means long-term changes in temperature, rainfall, and weather patterns, which can affect biodiversity. 80. IUCN Red Data List. The IUCN Red Data List is a list that gives information about species that are threatened or at risk of extinction. Quick revision keywords. Biodiversity, variety of life. Classification, grouping of organisms. Endemic species, found only in one region. Hotspot, rich biodiversity area. Under threat. Monera, unicellular. Prokaryotes. Protista, unicellular eukaryotes. Fungi, chitin cell wall. Heterotrophic. Plantae, autotrophic, cellulose. Cell wall. Animalia, multicellular. Heterotrophs. Notochord, flexible support. Rod. Vertebrates, animals with backbone. Binomial nomenclature, 2. Word scientific naming. Fossils, preserved remains of ancient life. Conservation, protection of biodiversity.